Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the West where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Yep.
Y'all know what it is. It's that day again. That Spitt'n Pollaseedz day. Yeah. Y'all come on in, grab a seat. You might want to sit down for this one. Hey, tell a friend to join the show. Send them I'm going to do like I'm doing. I'm going to send out a couple invites for the show. And today's show is called, let me get the proper, let me get my glasses on. Gone Without a Trace. So today's show is entitled Gone Without a Trace.
Sound like a white movie.
It's about ghosting. Yeah, y'all know what men like to do in the men, women too. I don't know, men and women. We both do this. So that's what the show is about. So tell a friend. But we're going to get into how everybody's week has been. And we're going to start to my immediate left with Kevin.
Immediate. He said immediate.
Immediate.
Man,
left.
I'm good. Week's been good, man. God is good. Hey, I can't complain. Canoe.
Oh, that's all you got for us.
That's
Okay.
it.
All right. God is good.
In it to win it.
All the time. Well, we're going to keep on going around to the left. We're going to go to Trevor motherfucking Graham.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening at this point, ladies and gentlemen. My week has been pretty good. I've had a full week, and my plate's been full, but I've been eating from it. It's a lot of things going on, a lot of irons in the fire, and a lot of progression in different areas. So I have to I'm almost burning the candle at both ends, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. You got to do that at this point.
Oh, yeah. But everything is getting accomplished, thank God. And right now, as it stands, no stress nor anxiety. So it's been, for me, it's been pretty cool. And it's just crazy that I'm preparing for this wedding, and today's topic is about ghosting.
Ghosting.
Damn.
She's not going to ghost you, bro. Don't worry about it.
Runaway bride.
Yeah, Miss Pac-Man, that ghost pattern.
That ghost pattern.
Yeah, and two, you might see a different. Does he have a camera for him? I was trying to see. Okay, all right, we got a camera for him. Just wanted to make sure we got a camera for Mike Pope. How you doing, brother? Now this is EP's little brother.
I thought you said
No. I'm the big brother. They come get me when stuff goes down.
Oh, okay. He's the big brother, but in age, and he's less than, he's a smaller guy. Not smaller in stature. Younger. Thank you. Trevor is such a. He's on one already.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike Pope, tell us how your week has been, bro. And welcome to the show, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody, welcome Mike Pope to the show.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Give a round of applause.
Everything's great. Family's good. Life is good. Trevor's off cigarettes. I love you for that.
Oh
man, you weren't supposed to say that on
I was
public
really
like
thinking
that.
about it, but I'm glad Mike.
But I'm glad you called him out and nobody else did.
Oh yeah, because
yes,
he wouldn't have wanted to do the show next week.
Yes,
thank you for coming on the show, Mike. Have a great week. We appreciate all the input so far.
Yes,
Mike, just a quick, so people know who you are. Tell us what you do, what you about. I mean, you are a Pope.
Something that you want people to know.
Yeah,
I own my own business. I have an AV company. I've been doing that for 20-something odd years. I'm tired of it. I'm ready to do something else. Everything else is gravy. Right, Trev?
I don't know how your life is, but I would hope that the rest of your everything else has been great.
I'm here with the three bearded wise men.
Hey,
So
there it is, beers and
you
ball
can
heads.
hook up a TV with your eyes closed, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you need a TV or a sound system in place,
Security
alarm system.
Yeah.
This guy's he just showed me something today, and I might implement it to my store here.
Yeah. Keep you
Yeah,
safe.
yep, keep you safe. So that's we'll in the comments we're going to give you Mike's information if you're looking for that service.
Yeah. Any single ladies out there that may want a security at their home.
He's a personal security.
That's one of the main things women look for, right? Security.
Security.
That is your middle name. That's your title.
I'll be that blanket.
That blanket.
That's great. That's great. So we're definitely going to list Mike's information if you need his information in the comments. I'm Kadum Alexander, and my week has been subpar. I've been dealing with some challenges with some family members. But, I always say challenges is your ability to get over them. You know what I mean? Something that challenges are always something you can grow from.
Right.
So I'm looking to grow from this and learn from this. And we're ready to get in the show.
Amen.
Gone without a trace.
Gone with the wind. Gone. Zoom. Gone.
So just to keep it already a buck. Anybody, by the show of hands, have ghosted anybody? Now let's quantify what ghosting is. Now, if I just met you and I decided not to go on a date with you, that's not really considered ghosting. I just didn't like you and decided not to go on another date with you. That's not really ghosting. What I'm talking about is somebody you've been in intimate relationships, maybe have 5 or 6, 10 dates, and then you decided to cut all communication off. Anybody has done that?
That's a little deep.
Kevin.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I think I've done
5 or
it
10
before.
days.
Yeah, before 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Some one night.
That's a one night stand, ain't it?
Oh, that's a one night stand. Oh,
one night.
Yeah, you're playing
Okay,
that.
we're not talking about one night stands.
That was what it was. That was what it was. That was not a.
That was premeditated.
well, yeah, I did.
You went into the game knowing what this was.
Right. No, I
So nobody has done
I
this.
believe I've done it. I have to really think back. But I believe because I've done it because women, some of them can be crazy.
So
you see it going that route.
You did it. What was the reason why you did it? Because you said
that's one of the
the fallback on the draw.
Yeah, and then I have to think while I'm listening to you other brothers say something. I'll try to think of if it was for any other reason. But I don't.
You were scared of it?
No, not scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you don't want that. They bust your windows out, they stalk you. They jump out of trees on you.
Maybe you gave them a little bit too much.
Well, see, and that's the thing, though, Mike. Because if you don't give it right, they're gonna talk about you.
Right.
So the women, put us in this position to where you gotta show out.
Right. And perform.
Yeah, you gotta. So it's their fault.
Well, what about you, Trevor?
For me, ghosting would come way earlier on in a situation with a woman. I'm not going to sit here and wait 10 days.
Okay.
That's quite a bit for me.
Okay, let's do it on the flip side then. Since have anybody ever ghosted you?
Let's stick with me. Let's stick with one side of this.
Okay, I'm trying to get to the point where you can give me some juicy stuff.
Okay, well, yes, hell yeah. I've let it be known before. I just leave. I've never just cut you off short. I'll let you know what's coming.
Okay,
and then I'm more the kind of guys like I'm gonna leave with roses. Here, I'm gonna leave you in a good space. I'm letting you know that I'm leaving. It's over with. I'm clear and concise with it. For me, ghosting, I believe, is when you guys could be in the middle of a pursuing a relationship or whatever else, and expecting a phone call back or something that is routine, and all of a sudden it stops. So to me, that would be ghosting. So if we usually call each other on a regular basis, see each other on a regular basis, anything that we do regularly and all of a sudden it stops, to me, that's ghosting. And that can probably come at any point, but it would probably be earlier on for me before I get into a relationship. If I've seen some signs, nah.
So you said, but it has been done to you.
No, I didn't say that.
No, because you didn't. It sounded like you were skating over that part.
No, I was,
like,
I was saying
stick
what
to
I've
me.
done and what my interview is. I mean, I'm sorry, my interpretation of it was. But in terms of it being me being ghosted, I couldn't tell. I can't say that it didn't happen.
Okay, so just to clarify, ghosting is you all are dating to go somewhere.
No, you know what? I was ghosted before. I was.
Yep.
Okay, now jogs your memory. You want us to come back to you? Or?
No.
Okay.
But it was okay though. I was like, how am I going? How's this going?
He was already looking for a way out,
right?
You do the boomerang thing. Call me.
and then it stopped. I was like, "Are we good?" Like, so, but I called back like, "Hey, is everything all right?" Yeah, I'm fine. I just been busy. All right, I get it. I understand.
Have a good day.
Be blessed.
Yeah.
Like,
how long did it go without the lack of communication? If it's a couple of days,
I would say probably 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3
Okay.
weeks.
Yeah, that's ghost.
That's ghosting.
Yeah, that's
so
ghost. But you were happy to see this ghost.
Yeah. I realized that. I think we both realized that we weren't a match for each other.
It was Casper, the friendly ghost.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm the friendly ghost. Like, hey, we'd be good, and But I think we both. It was unspoken. Like, nah. She was too. She was too
masculine.
She was more for the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because you like flex your whole
she was
trapezius muscles over there.
She was more for me. I was like, nah. You're not going to be around my family members and friends.
That's a good reason.
Okay.
You're not going to be around my family members and friends. And she was.
So she ghosted you because you thought you were a little soft.
No, she thought that she wanted to go outside of her norm. She was tired of what she was used to and certain kind of guys or whatever else. And I realized that,
you weren't the guy for her.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
You weren't the guy for her.
No, I'm not. I was not.
What about you, MP?
Which one? I mean, I think I'm the king of ghosting because me personally, everybody had red flags.
Yeah.
And certain people, I see those red flags, I'm pretty much like gone.
No, I get it.
I just had this like.
You grew up in Grape Street.
So 2 weeks ago. I was liking
You're the ghoster.
I'm the ghoster.
Oh, okay.
I will cut you off, not be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You're not friendly about it. You're just out.
No, I'm out. Don't call me.
What? Can you tell me? Give us an example. Like how long? If say you, because like what we're talking about, you guys dated for maybe 3 or 4 months. You guys been on about 4 dates.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then you decide to go no contact.
No contact.
How long were you guys hanging out with each other?
I mean, like you said, it was a couple of months.
Yeah.
And then went to first base one night, went to second base, got to third base. She said, no, it's too soon. And so I'm like, okay.
So you never made it home?
I never made it home. Mm-hmm. So then she called me and asked me for $350 to do her hair, get her hair done.
Oh, damn.
Guess what
this
happened?
Jezebel.
Yeah. Bitch. Oh, excuse me.
Well, that's the archaic way of saying what you just said.
You are cut.
Yeah.
Next up.
I think that she kind of asked for to be ghosted.
Yeah.
But you talking about money.
Do you really think that they really think that? I mean, I think it's just their norm. For a lot of them, I think it's just their norm. So I don't even think she felt out of place or felt that he was going to ghost her for her asking it. I believe a lot of them feel that they're deserving. Even
she actually, out of her mouth, said that she's used to a certain kind of man.
There it is.
That does those kind of things.
There it is. To pay for her lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you get that? Do you get that often?
I don't mind doing something where it's a mutual thing.
It's a
but
reciprocate.
if it's like one-sided, it's like, come on, I'm not a charity case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and neither is she.
Yeah,
right.
So is that that's the most recent one you can remember?
One. Yeah.
Okay, all right. We have a comment on here from Kevin. You already read it because you're busting up. You want to read it again?
Go ahead.
That was for
you want me to read it?
Sure.
Okay. Let me turn off this device here.
Trevor.
Man, I had to go. She had a broke tooth in the back, and when she would go down on me, she would always cut. Okay, that's why you had to ghost her.
Man.
Wow.
Stop.
Wow.
She didn't have dental.
That is. I hope he's a comedian. I hope he's a comedian.
I take it she didn't have dental.
Yeah. She did not. So, have you been ever ghosted? Does it feel different? Have someone ghosted you before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel different?
It don't feel. It feels different, but it's like, okay, wait till you see me, next time.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, because women. I'm sorry, women get a little bigger than men.
Yeah.
And
in age,
I'll see you. Yeah. I'll see you down the line.
Yeah,
and we will remember this day.
Yeah. So you, Trevor, you already said someone ghosted you. Has anybody?
I've been good. Only because they wanted more, and I didn't, or I kept it more or less in the friend zone. So I guess they feel that if I'm not getting ready to go further with them, then it's like there's no sense of because their feelings get caught up. So when their feelings get caught up, then and they still can't have it for what they want, then it's they don't want to accept friends with benefits. So, and I mean, that's cool. It's understandable because for, being the gentleman that I am, I made that known in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking for no but women feel that they can change men's mind.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think that a lot of people, I'm not going to just say women, I think a lot of people, they decorate their own tree too much.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that they're all that, and a lot of people think that they are supposed to be at a certain level or a certain standard that they should be treated and or respected for or by, and they really don't even have the equity for it. What is it about you? What are you bringing to this table that makes me hold you up in such high regards? So I remember this one girl I ghosted. It was we just hung out, and she wanted more, and it was like we just kind of cool, but I'm not really attracted to her like that. But let's just fill each other out or whatever else. And she was fairly argumentative, and because I wasn't attracted to her, she said that, "Oh, you must be gay then." Damn. I'm like, you know what? I'm not, but if that's how you feel, I respect your views. And the time that we hung out was over with. Right. So turn around, long story short, she see me not too long ago with my youngest daughter or whatever, and I'm about to get married. But you be blessed and you still kind of going through it. Now, her attitude, her mentality was not somebody that was worthy of me cherishing like I cherish my fiance. Right. She's not the same type of person or spirit of a woman that I would hold in high regards. And then she was not that appealing. She was a cool, a strong, solid C+. But her aggression,
solid C+.
Well, our views did not match. Our views. She said that she would never meet a man. One thing that spawned an argument. This was on our way to go hang out. One thing that spawned an argument. She said that I would never meet a man with her children, with her son. That's cool, but I don't agree with that. But I respect your view. She was like, "Why see these niggas meeting bitches with their kids and blah blah blah?" I'm like, "Whoa, are you talking about me here, or what are we doing?" Like, I'm sitting right here, right?
She has triggers.
So
yeah, that sounded like a trigger,
right? And that I already knew on the way here, this ain't gonna work. Right. So I said that I believe in it because if I met you with my daughter, I just met you. So if I meet a new client, if I meet a business partner, if I meet a banker, we're not in a relationship. Are we already in a relationship? So now, just for the record, boo boo, I met you because I was cutting your son's hair. You met me. So oftentimes, a lot of people don't hold the mirror up to their face and see the truth. They want to see what they want to see. Right. So I had to ghost her.
You ghosted her. When you ghosted her,
I don't even think that was ghosting.
Did she try to? I mean, you told her it's over.
She called me a few times, and I said that we're going to move forward without you.
Oh yeah, that's probably not ghosting. You dumped her.
Yeah.
You dumped her appropriately.
But really without like once.
It's like no call back.
Yeah, like we good.
Yeah, that's yeah.
No call
you
back
dumped her correctly.
Yeah, this relationship is moving forward without you.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna let you know what it is. She called me a few times for a while. Like,
no, you didn't ghost her. You let her down easy.
Well, he said he Casper though. So that's that. Yeah, I can see that though, Trav.
What about you, Kanon? Did you ghost, and have you been ghosted?
I've been ghosted. Yeah, it doesn't feel well. It's just one of the reasons why I found out it doesn't, fare well. Especially if you think possibly you two are having a great time, a good relationship, and think it's going good and everything, and then all of a sudden you don't hear from this person anymore. Then you reach out to them and out of concern and everything like that, and they don't hit you back. Then my next thing, did something happen to them? Did they fall off a cliff? Or you start thinking shit like that. But I've been ghosted, and I've ghosted. But knowing how it feels on the other side is not, because I think most people and it is they want closure. So the ghosting is like, it leaves you in limbo. You know what I mean? You kind of stick your head in the sand. You don't want to, whatever it is, you kind of stick your head in the sand. You don't want to go ahead and see what is actually going on, that I can really confront this person and do it in a mature way. You know what I'm saying? I think I've learned from those mistakes, or learned from being ghosted or ghosting other people. Like, sometimes it's just, you don't want to deal with the person. It could be like, women could be like very hard to talk to. Like he said earlier, like, I don't want to deal with this woman because she might be breaking windows and, doing all kind of crazy stuff, slashing tires. So I feel the easiest way is to ghost her, ease out.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
So a woman like that, you would just tell her straight up.
I always
would take that chance.
I always have, but
he puts down the pillow.
I'm gonna let you down easy and walk away like a gentleman. That, to me,
that's the best way to do it,
right? Because if you just go somebody, you never know what you may have extracted from that person. Like, what I really am enamored with, whatever characteristics that you the way you dress, the way you are really involved in the streets and your children, the way you really are able to put up TVs, make things look exotic and nice and yada, yada, yada in the homes you go to. That person, you never know if that person like you more than you like them, right? So oftentimes it's not a 50-50 kind of a like thing.
Yeah.
So now,
a lot of times,
or let's just say it goes on further, and you have had sex with this woman and you put it down, and she's just gaga over you, and like you guys said, that they may want a relationship. Now, that right there, you could have extracted a part of hurt in her, and that could have been her trigger, and her trigger might come with a trigger. Yeah. She may get violent. The person that you met is not the person you broke up with.
Yeah, you have that rabbit suit.
Right. So when it comes out, you don't know how it's gonna come out, and you are not at liberty to determine what she's gonna do or not.
Well, I'm glad I never had that happen.
But does that make sense though? What I was saying?
It makes sense, and then two, on the other topic of people wanting closure, like with ghosting, it's like, why should I tell you what went wrong?
Because it's just like what I just said.
You don't need to know. It's by and done with it.
Okay, but again, some people don't deal with hurt like that.
And I want to go to the first clip, Keith. Yeah. Maybe to help that person get over whatever they got going on.
It could be the,
you know what I mean,
individual. Yeah. And then, you know,
sometimes people are running from themselves. They're running from themselves. Everybody says they want something real until they meet somebody who wants them to be real honest, real sincere, really tell the truth, tell me where you really were, who is that really texting your phone. Like, everybody wants real until it's time to be real. And I've discovered sometimes people are running from themselves. And when they were with you, they stopped for a second. But you were so real that it was about to expose that they're fake. And as they looked over their shoulder, they saw that the real them was about to catch up. So I had to keep on running. And it just so happens that our heart ended up being the collateral damage of them running from themselves. But that really had nothing to do with you. That had to do more with them running from themselves. And also, it had to do with God showing you this is not designed for discouragement. This is designed for direction. I have better.
So it just explained like how the people that do ghost are in some cases that a person can ghost you just because they say they want this. These are all, and no, can I say no homo in this age, or is it still no Diddy because he got arrested? So I don't know if it would get pardoned or not. But I could say like no homo. These are some gentlemen, and you, women say they want a certain type of man, right? And once they get this type of man, they don't really understand what they have before them. So it may scare them, and they may run away from what they're looking for. Right?
I know I've been ghosted for that reason. I know that I've been in situations where that I don't explain or divulge all of my qualities, and I don't think anybody should. But I don't think a person should divulge all that or put too much on the table. Don't leave with your wallet, because you could leave with an empty wallet. Right. So I'm not going to let you find out who I am. It's going to be a gradual pace, right? So it just so happened that we had gone out and I had met a few people, and then her boss was my homeboy, and then we went to a party, and the person that was having the birthday stopped, and me and him talked for a cool minute, and the young lady was upset, but she was trying to show me, who she was or whatever else. And she got upset. She got pissed off, took me straight home and was like, I'm cool. She took me to a business that I was a part owner of. So it was kind of like,
she came to pick you up.
We went to go visit the other shop.
Okay.
And when everybody was in there, like, hey, what's up, Trev? And I knew him already. She was like, huh? I didn't let her know anything, but everybody else let her know. So the impact of who I was, she's like, who are you? Who the fuck are you anyway? Yeah. I'm just Trevor Graham. I'm a cool cat. That's it. She was upset. She was pissed off, and she ghosted me. And later on, she came back and we talked and had a conversation or whatever. I didn't need the closure. Like, okay, I see what it was. That's fine. And now when we bump into each other in traffic, okay, it's all cool. I respect how you felt and whatever it was that she was, doing, but it kind of.
And that's like what Mike said, everybody don't need closure. Sometimes you just need to get the hell up out of there. So
is that the reason why you just ghost, because you don't need closure? Well, or what about the other person?
I'm fine. I mean, I'm not conceited. I'm not saying any of that, but I've been in more, I haven't experienced being ghost, maybe once, I don't know, but I've always been a cat that kind of stay as mellow or as even. I don't get too high and don't get too low. So to me, it works for me. So if that was to happen or have happened, I didn't spend too much time on it, you know, trying to figure it out. Because like I said, I look at it like, okay, well, hey, it is what it is. And it's not being conceited or thinking, you know, me thinking I'm the shit. It's just that's just how I just try to deal with life. And I mean with everything, not just that, but everything. I don't want to get too high. And then because that fall, it's a long way down, you know, and then I don't want to be too low either. So I just try to stay as even as I possibly can. Yeah, well, exactly.
I just wanted to share with you all some, he says, people ghost for various reasons, and this is of them. And it's just fear of confrontation, lack of emotional maturity, loss of interest, overwhelming or anxiety, avoiding conflict, and uncertainty.
That's crazy because I think a lot of men have a tendency to what they call love bomb. I don't know if you know what that is, but we in a cool, wonderful, whimsical relationship for about 3 months, and then you be like, "Yeah, I'm cool." Yeah, and I think a lot of men do that. A lot of I don't know if women do it or whatever else, but you know what? I'm just not interested in you anymore. And how do I get out of this? You can be men or women. You'd be like, damn, how are we gonna break this off? And I think a form of ghosting when I was younger, I think women would or people in relationships would start off arguing. They would start off an argument before you go out or whatever else.
Well, here's the thing too on that. Now, like you said, your little comment, what you said about men having not confrontational.
Yeah.
With me, it's just like I've been there, done that. I've seen that playbook. I know that playbook. And before I even get started, I'm already out.
Before the confrontation
before I invest even more into it. I see it already playing out, and it's not going anywhere.
So is that the reason why you ghost them?
Yeah, that's why I ghost them. I'm out.
All right. So you don't even give them the
I don't give them two shakes of the lamp.
They're like, hey, you know what? This is not working.
No.
He just ended with no conversation.
Like, you know what you did. You know how you are. I don't need to explain this to you.
Maybe the person doesn't though. Maybe the person doesn't really realize what they lack, and you could be helping them in a sense. You don't have time for it.
I'm that guy that's gonna get up at 2:00 in the morning, go change your tires, and help you out any way I can. And if it's not
reciprocated
any kind of way, not any kind of way, but
in some kind
of at least appreciate.
Yeah, at least appreciate it. Then I can't deal with you.
Yeah.
But I think people need to make their perspectives clear too, though, because oftentimes people assume one thing because of what they see and they take it a certain way, and like you guys said before, a trigger, right? So you'll have some people that have some issues within themselves.
True.
And when they see something from a different perspective, then they feel uncomfortable. Somebody just mentioned something about me twisting my wrist or whatever else. I mean, okay, you interpret it one way.
I didn't even know where that came from.
I don't know, but
do you know that person?
No.
Yeah.
But however
we know
whatever their perspective was on it, that's still their perspective,
right.
And they can ghost the show. They don't have to see. They don't have to watch. But if I offended that person because of my interpretation or their interpretation of what they saw, and to
don't even worry about it. Just ghost them.
No, exactly. Don't even worry about it. Just
don't even worry about it.
So it's like when you're dealing with somebody else, just because you may have seen something a certain way doesn't necessarily mean that was their intent. But it would be good to give them some clarity. That's just my belief. Just to give a person clarity and then walk away, because that right there, man, you could have walked away from a good thing.
Well, I look at it like this. Every you know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. That person know who they are. So it's like, why do I have to sit you down and get a blackboard and write all this down? You already know this is why you here.
A lot of people aren't aware
do not see who they are.
I look at it that way because you know, and I feel, don't get me wrong, I hear what you're saying, but, and that's when, like, the times where some of them ones, like, it's, my window wasn't the first window your ass broke out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's certain things that's gonna keep.
Did you say what? Who? What'd you call her? Who was she? What was her name?
I don't.
Oh, okay. I thought it heard you call her a name or something that I never heard of.
I think a lot of people are not really self-aware. No,
a lot of people are not self-aware. I finally agree with Trevor on this. I finally agree with Trevor this week, and I'm letting it publicly known. I agree with Trevor this week. Okay. Some people aren't self-aware.
Okay, well, I'll give you 60-40. But you know, we
steadily at this seasoned age are learning things about ourselves that we didn't want to come to grips with.
Oftentimes we end up, or we are attracted to women that aren't self-aware, let's say, right? So you deal with somebody that's not self-aware, and that's her reality. That's that person's reality, the way she grew up, her environment or whatever else, right. And it just doesn't mesh with yours. So as a result, you like, you know what? That's not how I get down. That's not my thing. That's a lot of people oftentimes see the world as they are, not as it is.
Yes,
that's not really the real world.
Oh, that's twice.
Yeah, thanks. I agree.
That's not really the real world. So, in all due respect, let us ghost one another.
So
yeah. Before you say that, let's go to the second clip, and then we're gonna get back into ghosting.
Ghosting is typically not about you. It's typically about the person that is doing the ghosting. It's there to psychologically protect them. Ghosting is done to avoid difficult relationship mechanics and difficult conversations in the context of human connection. They just want to avoid that because they don't know how to have those difficult conversations. So it's probably a good thing that they didn't text you back, that they didn't call you, that when everything is good, they just fell off the face of the earth.
I wanted to segue that because he agreed with Trevor and I agreed with Trevor. But, you know, we have 4 different views on here, and I think it takes a level of communication to tell a person why you're leaving, why you're not going to be communicating with them anymore. But I understand the fear of confrontation. Like they said, the fear of confrontation is this person. You know, I don't want no more windows busted around me. I already had some windows busted.
And I'm sure a lot of us experience that. But what I'm saying is, even in the midst, say it was a couple of months, and within that couple of months, some of those conversations, it should have been like, okay, well, you know, I've been in a relationship. Those type of conversations should have been had to where you can point out, or you can see, like, wait a minute, okay, because she repeated this. She let me know that this may have been, you know, something, you know, the few guys or this type of guy.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it's like, you're not, okay, if you can't see that. And then because the thing is, I'm going to point it out.
Yeah, of course.
You know, because like y'all said, I may be different than what she's used to dealing with, but I'm also telling you what I just won't deal with. So somewhere in them 2 months, those conversations have to be had. And now you have a chance to correct it or approach it differently than what you was used to.
So what would you say to having that conversation? Because I don't know how many times you guys may have told a person what it is off the rip,
right?
Versus taking a while and showing them what it is, because it's a big difference between, or I'm sorry, the way a woman receives it. She'll tell you, yeah, yada, 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 whatever, but turn around and be like, so where we going with this? Like, what?
Now
I told you.
Now you in a relationship where you got a counselor. Now you're a counselor.
But I think as let me put it to you like this: as a man, you're supposed to, as a leader of your household, we always talk about. Well, I talk about it. As being a leader of your household, they supposed to seek counsel with the leader. I'm not saying you should be a therapist all the time, but we have a call.
The leader has to be worthy.
Yeah,
but you ain't trying. You just.
Thank you, caller. Please tell us your name, question, or comment.
Hey, how y'all doing? This is Spud.
What up, Spud?
Hey, Trevor, you know I just be joking, man, but you was like wiggling your wrist like you was trying to hit a fly or something.
No. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't referencing you, but it's all good.
I didn't even.
No,
Okay.
No. Go ahead.
Spud, do you have a question or a comment?
Herb joke all day at the barbershop. You know, Trev. Herb joke, me and him joke. That's what we do. I like to bring laughter. That's what we
right.
Oh no. It's fine, but it was in regards to the topic though. It wasn't and how it related.
Oh, yeah. It ain't no offense, man. You know, I just like to. You know how we get out.
It's all
you
good.
Already know. When you see me, you'll know. Oh, I know him.
All right.
Do you have a question or a comment on the topic?
Man, some of these bitches need to be ghosts.
Why do you think that?
They take all that phony stuff off. They take them eyelashes off, their makeup off. You see them potholes in the face. They've been wanting you to buy stuff that they can't buy for themselves.
Lord.
Man, you ain't got time for that. If they ain't coming correct, you don't owe no explanation on why you bounce. You bounce. Then they need to look in the mirror. Yep. Motherfuckers ain't getting ghosts for no reason.
Well, there's a lot of people that
they need to look in the mirror.
Well, there's a lot of people.
Thank you for your.
When you on top of your shit, ain't nobody ghosting you. That's real talk. So if you getting ghosted, if you a victim of a Casper move, then you need to check the mirror. See, because a ghost can't be seen in the mirror. So hey, I'm just keeping it 100. Y'all know how you know to get down.
Well,
when we was young, that's what we used to do. Hitting lips. You know, that's what
dodgeball
was. Did you hit that?
All right, brother.
Bust that? And after you bust it, you bounce. That was a game when I was growing up. But like you said, we older now. So if this is happening in this stage of your life, then whoever this happening to, you know, I was joking earlier, but on the real tip, if this kind of shit happening to people when they get older, then they need to look in that mirror, like Michael Jackson say. You want to make some changes? Start with the man in the mirror.
Of course.
You know, real shit.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for your comments.
100.
Ain't nothing but love, family.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right back at you.
Nothing but love.
Yep.
So what do you think? Like, you two seem to be in the same, and I like this. The room is divided equally. Like you feel like there's no reason for if you wanted to part ways with this female, there's no reason for you to give her a reason. You could just bounce.
Yeah, she's not gonna have a reason. Yeah, she's gonna bounce.
So yeah, if she was ghosting you,
yeah.
I just think they just like with Trev in that situation, they both kind of felt like he cool. Oh, she cool, but nah. If I'm driving home and I'm driving like this on my window on the driver's side, and we ain't talking, the music is on, and we ain't no conversation and none of that.
There's no chemistry there. None. But we're talking really about a relationship. You built some chemistry.
Well, it could be,
and then
it worked up to that.
Yeah.
At first, it wasn't that. It was cool.
Okay.
You know, and we laughing, we joking, we conversating the whole damn way. You know, all of that. Falling asleep on the phone, all that shit. But then something turned, some changed. Mm-hmm. And now we doing more of this. Then, you know, now I'm not, you know, hey, well, I'll hit you back later. I'm kind of busy, or yo later is tomorrow, or maybe in a few days.
Okay. I think one of the reasons why that would happen, especially when you're younger, is when you're a player. When you're young, you might even forget who is, and you're spending more time with this one. This one's finer. This one got a nicer body. This one's prettier.
Trev, I can talk for myself, brother, but thank you.
No, I'm not saying. He's teasing me. But if we're older gentlemen and we're doing that at that point, then it's kind of like, you know, you're not taking yourself seriously, because we want more. First, when we were younger, it was definitely all about the quantity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and as you get older and realizing that it was more about the quality,
it's still a numbers game.
Right. Because
for some of it.
and we have a tendency not to waste as much of our time because the most precious asset at this point is time.
We begin to realize
don't waste
time.
my time. Right. So, as a gentleman, and I think that a few of us here may share the same perspective. I'm gonna let you know what it is, how it is, especially when it's over. And if you don't want to agree with it, then now I'm going to. This relationship is moving forward without you.
Yeah.
But now I can't be accused of anything,
right?
Because I have checked out.
Here's my thing, and Mike, you could chime in because I know you feel something different. I think when people ghost, that they really don't want any closure or lack the accountability to say, hey, this is not over. I mean, this is over and I want it to be over. Or it could be like, let me go see what's over here for a little while and circle back. You know what I mean? It could be that. What
you mean, like leaving the options open? Like
Like I'm gone for a couple weeks. I could, I still try to come back and try to pick up where we rekindle that's where we left off.
That's taking a break.
Well, you ghosted for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I mean, that's a little
long.
But when I was younger, and we'd go to the mall, go get girls' number.
Yeah,
girls would be like, "Okay, bye, it's fun. I'm moving on. You're crazy. I'm going over here." Now I'm older. I'm like, she's crazy. And I'm getting away from her now because you got baggage coming from a whole nother relationship that I had nothing to do with.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's designer.
So you're seeing her past traumas, and you just like, hey,
it's no.
But long as you see them in the beginning, if you're like you said earlier, if you're not getting a home base, I don't think you cutting off, and you haven't even really developed much. But after you get home, she's going to lock the door and try to keep you in.
If I got home that night, I was gonna Shannon Sharper.
You just go record it and everything.
She was gonna get the business.
But some women can hide it. Whatever it is. They're like you were saying, the craziness. Some of them are pretty good at what they do. So you may not see it right off. A lot of them wear disguises, just
or you ignore it.
And then you got some that ignore it because something may be like you said, may be fine, may got some, some cookies delicious or whatever. It got, and so that keeps you around a little longer. But then at the same time, shit, when it explode, it's like, damn, now you wish that you would have. Now is not as easy to ghost because that's when she become a stalker. That's when she show up at the house, unexpected and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but see, that's when their hearts may be invested, and I respect a woman's heart. And I distinctly remember a situation where I had gone out and I was hungry, and they just wanted to be dined, and I'm like, no, but I'm really hungry. I've been working all day or whatever else, and they ordered, So, but we were significantly younger, so we go out thinking like, shit, El Torritos or something like that. But you ordering. I'm like, hey, like you ain't really hungry. You ain't gonna get full off of that. But okay, order this too, order that too, and get you another drink. And X, Y, and Z, because my thing is, if this is the price that I got to pay to find out how you are, I'm cool. If you wanted to hook up a little bit later on, I'm good. So then it was a situation to where, so you're just not going to call me no more and blah, blah, blah. This was before ghosting was a term. And I'm like, yeah. Like, what do I get out of knowing you? Knowing you. You don't have this, you don't have that, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. You are not an asset. Right. So you can keep your ass and your set. I'm cool. So I walked away, but she was bold in her confrontation of me, with me, checking me. Wait a minute, didn't I take you out? You don't have a this, a this, a this, and a this, and a this.
But
you know what? It's all good. She
sounded like
cried
she
or
was
whatever
delusional, and her
I think a
worth
lot of
was
people are. I think a lot of people are.
And
Yeah.
I
Men
go
and
back-
They
women.
are.
I go
Men and
back
women.
to say they don't need no explanation.
Yeah, and I think that's where the reason why
Then they won't learn.
the reason
Oh,
why
they'll learn.
the disconnect is there now is
Mhm.
because a lot of people are delusional.
But I think a lot of us don't, because you ghost a person, they're not going to learn. I'm going to let you know exactly what I'm a stern gentleman.
That's cool.
I'm a stern gentleman. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to try to effectively communicate. And then now, if you don't learn from that, you're a fool. Because I told you what it was.
Wow.
I told you what you're doing. You got to be, because
archaic cuss word.
If you don't keep doing the same thing and expect different results, that's called what? Insanity.
Crazy. Let's go to the last video before we end the show, so we can better understand ghosting, and maybe we can get people to stop doing it, or maybe more people are going to do it. Like,
the first thing to remember is just because to you things seem to be going well doesn't mean that they might have felt the same. They might on the outside have been feeling that, but on the inside feeling a little bit different. The first reason is a fear of vulnerability. While somebody could seem on the outside positive and super into it, on the inside they could be freaking out because vulnerability is terrifying for them. And for them, the fear of rejection is so heightened that they will ghost and remove themselves so that they can protect themselves from getting hurt. Even though it's kind of doing the contrary, it ends up hurting everybody involved. 2, an avoidance of conflict. Some people were never raised on how to have healthy conflict or healthy communication. So to them, conflict is terrifying. So they will bolt so that they don't have to deal with somebody else's emotions or even having to explain themselves or share themselves. And the third, which is no one's favorite to hear, exploring another connection. Sometimes people meet somebody else and they just think, the other person will get a clue. It's important to remember that ghosting has nothing to do with you. That is this person's preferred method of handling the situation. This is not speaking anything about you particularly. It's totally normal that somebody might not want to date you, but the way that they handle it says everything about their emotional maturity and bandwidth and nothing to do with you. The only time ghosting is acceptable is either you've explained to this person and they're refusing to accept it, or you feel unsafe. Otherwise, just send a fucking text, end it, and move on with your life and allow the other person to do the same.
There you go. It takes the text. Mike, well, you don't even send him a text. You said, fuck it, I'm out. I'm out.
Hey.
Mike's. So ladies that are dealing with Mike ghosting them, there are healing. There are healing. I'm gonna read these couple of ones, and it just says healing after ghosting. And the first one is acknowledge your feelings, avoid self-blame, and seek closure for yourself. We already talked about seeking closure. A lot of people want closure, especially women. You know, they're more emotionally hardwired and they need closure for what happened? What did I do wrong? And I think in some cases you can help a woman if she's willing to learn, and you can help her by telling her why you ghosted her. But we're going to get right to the real spit, because that's the music that's Mike, well, why don't you give us, I know I said what I said, but just give us your last bit, because he's a guest. We want to on ghosting. You're going to continue to ghost. You're not going to give him reasons why.
Like I said, I'm at this age where I'm looking for a little bit more of a better relationship with a companion that's compatible. So if you're not there mentally, because a lot of women have baggage, and they need to work on that before they get into another relationship.
Yes.
And so for me, if I see those flags that I don't want to deal with, I'll help you through much as I can. But if it gets a little bit overwhelming, I'm out.
Okay, so you're willing to help him a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, see, Michael's willing to help him a little bit.
Are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm willing to help him some.
A little bit and some.
Because it's being on the other end of being ghosted. It's like it's not a feel. It doesn't feel good. So and I would
So it give you a different perspective.
Somebody told me this, and I'll leave you with this. Teach her, so even if it's not helping you, it's helping your fellow man.
True.
But so it'll help her with the next.
I get it, but some of them, man, you can't even do that.
Right.
You know, because how they are. you know, and how they act.
They already.
I mean, just like you say, you would want to, and I think that's just men. You know, that's us. We helpers. But if I see that you're not changing, you know, you still gonna remain as you are, or you may even get a little worse because I'm bringing this to you. Like, look, and maybe them other dudes never brought it to you, and they just got on. But I'm trying to help you, and I'm telling you, and I'm pointing this out. You told me to let you know when I do, you know, X, Y, and Z, and I'm doing that, and then you getting even more angry. I can't. It's all right. You know what? Be blessed.
Yeah, because what she mentioned, you feel like you're unsafe.
Be blessed.
Yeah,
you got to move on.
Because I don't want nobody hurting me, and I sure don't want to hurt nobody, and I mean physically.
Oh wow! So you ghost because you don't.
Because
you don't want a pimp slapper.
No.
Yeah, I get why you ghost. Trevor,
I don't.
Final comments, Trevor.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go to the real spit.
To the real spit.
I thought we just still rolling.
No.
You feel the whole vibe.
You hear the music. That's your music.
Go with what you feel.
Okay. So ghosting is an issue that a lot of us have and a lot of us deal with, but we also got to be able to understand how to take things from a good perspective. If you get ghosted or you were the ghost, if you can't see things for, how about this? Let me reword it this way. If you can't change what you're looking at, change the way you're looking at it. If you get ghosted, how about you just look at it as, you know what? I appreciate when God says no. This probably didn't work out for a reason, and you might need to be okay with that because God could probably be preserving your heart, your finances, and your desires, and a wealthy life for somebody else that is deserving of it. If you're the person that does the ghosting, maybe sometimes you may have to look at yourself and put the mirror to yourself and understand whether you're shallow, whether you're too critical of someone else, or whether you know that you are worth significantly more than what the other person has to offer. And you don't have to say a word and you can walk away because you know that you're building yourself, you're growing, you're becoming a better person. You know what you want, and you know that what you don't want is within that person. So if you can't change what you're looking at, maybe change the way you look at it. But either way, make it be a positive perspective, a positive point of view, but also a truthful point of view. Stand on the truth. Until we see you next Spitt'n Pollaseedz Day, you guys have an awesome week. We appreciate young Michael Pope for being here with us.
Yes.
Indulging in a good conversation.
Mike done growed up.
And we
The
appreciate
three
the
wise
perspective.
bearded men.
You the fourth. You the fourth, right?
You got to go T.
Till next week. You guys have an awesome week.
Yep. That's cool. I think, yeah.
I'm a ghost. I'm gonna put a ghost move on.
You brought it, Mike.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the show.
Yeah, it was nice. It was cool.
Oh, we didn't get to a lady by the last name Keys.
Yeah, Keys.